Marriage is supposed to be sacred. A union built on love, trust, and shared dreams. But what happens when the person you trusted the most becomes the one who asks you to betray everything you stand for? Tonight's confession is disturbing. It's heartbreaking. And it will leave you questioning, how will you truly know the person sleeping beside you? And this is a midnight confession. Juliet was 26 when she married Anthony. She believed she was stepping into the happiest chapter of her life. Anthony was charming, responsible, and respected. He worked long hours, came home on time, and never raised his voice. To Juliet's friends and family, he was the perfect husband. Their wedding was modest but beautiful. Soft music, candlelight, promises made with trembling hands. "I'll always protect you," Anthony whispered to Juliet that day. She believed him. The first year of marriage felt peaceful. They moved into a small apartment, decorated it together, and built routines that felt warm and safe. Sunday mornings meant coffee in bed. Friday nights meant movies and laughter. Arguments were rare, and when they happened, apologies came quickly. Juliet felt secure. She felt loved. She felt chosen. One evening, about a year into the marriage, Anthony came home unusually quiet. Juliet noticed it immediately. His jacket was tossed aside. His eyes avoided hers. His movements were slow, calculated, like someone rehearsing something in their head. "Long day?" she asked gently. "Yeah," he replied. Too quickly. Dinner passed in silence. That alone unsettled her. Anthony usually talked endlessly about work, office gossip, and weekend plans. After dinner, Anthony sat on the couch, rubbing his hands together nervously. "Juliet, can we talk?" he asked. Her chest tightened. "Of course," she said. He didn't look at her when he spoke next. "My birthday is next week," Daniel began. Juliet smiled faintly. "I know. I was planning a surprise." He shook his head slowly. "That's not the kind of gift I want." She waited. Then he said it. "I want you to sleep with my friend." The words landed like broken glass. Juliet blinked. "What?" "I want you to have sex with him," Anthony repeated. "Here. In our bed. While I watch." Her heart slammed violently against her chest. She laughed. Out of shock, not amusement. "You're joking," she said. "I'm serious." The room felt smaller. Suffocating. "Our bed," she whispered. "You mean, our matrimonial bed?" "Yes." Her hands began to shake. "That bed is sacred," Juliet said. "That's where we pray. Where we—" "I trust you," Anthony interrupted. "That's why this works." Trust? She felt like the floor had disappeared beneath her feet. Juliet searched Anthony's face, hoping to find hesitation. Shame. Regret. She found none. "This would make me happy," he said calmly. "Just think of it as a fantasy." "A fantasy?" she repeated, her voice breaking. "Yes. Couples do things like this." That sentence cut deeper than the request itself. She felt reduced to an object. A performance. A gift to be handed over. "What about how I feel?" she asked softly. Anthony shrugged. "I thought you'd understand." That night, Juliet slept facing the wall. She didn't cry. She couldn't. Her mind replayed his words over and over. Like a nightmare she couldn't wake up from. The days that followed were worse. Anthony acted normal. Too normal. He laughed. He kissed her forehead. He asked what was for dinner. As if he hadn't shattered something inside her. Juliet stopped eating properly. She avoided mirrors. She felt dirty. Violated in a way she couldn't explain. Questions tormented her. Was this who he always was? Did I miss the signs? Is it my duty as a wife to obey him? She hated herself for even thinking that. She felt trapped between loyalty and self-respect. One night, Anthony brought it up again. "I need an answer," he said. "My birthday is coming." Juliet stared at their bed. That bed no longer felt like home. It felt like a stage. A place where her dignity would be stripped away. For someone else's pleasure. "I can't do this," she said quietly. Anthony sighed in frustration. "You're overthinking it." "Overthinking?" She realized something terrifying in that moment. Even if she stayed, even if she said no, she would never feel safe again. Juliet asked him one final question. "If I asked you to do the same, would you?" Anthony went silent. That silence screamed louder than any answer. She knew then. Love doesn't pressure. Love doesn't humiliate. Love doesn't demand self-destruction as proof of devotion. Juliet stood at the edge of a decision that would change her life forever. Stay, and slowly lose herself. Leave, and grieve the marriage she thought she had. There was no painless choice. But there was clarity. Sometimes, choosing yourself is the bravest thing you can do. This is not a story about sex. It's a story about boundaries. About respect. About the moment love reveals its true face. Marriage should never require you to betray your values, dignity, or peace. When respect dies, love follows. What would you do if you were Juliet? Is staying in a marriage always the right choice? Should love ever make you feel ashamed? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. If this story moved you, disturbed you, or opened your eyes, subscribe to Midnight Confessions. For more real, emotional stories told only in the quiet hours of the night. Because some truths are only spoken at midnight.